Hello, hello, and
Hi.
welcome to this episode of the Be Free podcast, or you might be watching this on YouTube. We've got a bit of a different and interesting topic that we are looking at today. I have the beautiful, incredible Claire Praom with me from Love to Style. And I met Claire on a Zoom call, actually, a networking Zoom call, and instantly clicked with her energy and wanted to know more about what she did. And yeah, Claire, do you want to do a little intro to who you are, and then we'll jump right into sharing all your magic?
Ooh, magic. I like that. Yeah, so I'm French, as you probably can hear, but obviously I'm living in Swindon, of all places, in Wiltshire. I'm with my two children and partner. So yeah, my English is fine. My accent is still there, but I'm a confidence coach and a personal stylist. So I actually started as a personal stylist all those years ago after I had my daughter. But that's where I'm really. I help women, master their inner confidence,
Yeah.
so they don't get blocked and show up online, basically in their business or in their life, and create, their dream life or success or whatever they want. So that's what I do.
Incredible, incredible. And I love on your website, I was having a look at your website and I love your mission there. You say that you have one mission, helping you master your inner confidence so that you can follow your dreams with style. And I just wondered, so obviously you mentioned that you coach, but can you share with our listeners, how do you kind of support people in fulfilling that mission of finding their inner confidence?
Yeah. So it's all started. So when I became a personal stylist, I go when I'm doing the styling consultations, I go to someone's house, and it all started, noticing that even if you help women look good and then suddenly have those transformation with their colors and style, they still have some often this inner confidence that's not quite there because the inner critic run the show or negative thought patterns come up sometimes, and they still speak to themselves, inside, not very nicely, if I can say that. So it took me years actually, because I had a limiting belief. I thought to be a good coach, you needed to be a psychologist. I don't know why I said that, but all those years ago, it was really crazy. I mean, 2014 is when I left the oil and gas, and I had that country manager then that actually gave me a book to become a coach. And I think it was a coaching book on NLP, because that's what it did in himself. And I was like, I gotta be a coach, but I really enjoy being motivating people and others. And I'm such a team player, when I used to be in the corporate world. So that's something that I love doing, is encouraging women to step up and come out of their shell. And I see it with my clients, to start with, they're really scared of going online. Sharing a photo is a big deal for them. I know you share videos even more than me, actually. But yeah, for them, it's a big deal. Even sharing just a photo of what they're doing is a big deal. So there is a big limiting belief work to do. And then the styling really helps them. Because I think body image is such a big issue for women. Even when you think they're confident. I've got like an example of a CEO I used to work with. She knew I was a stylist, but I was in IT then. And so I was taking my Fridays off to, work on my business. And she'd be like sending me some photos of stuff, does that suit my body shape and whatever. And she was getting more and more insecure as she grew older. She was turning 50, I think. And I was like, God, she's beautiful. She's mega confident. And she's even got an MBE. So she's mega confident and ruthless in business. Yet on her body image, she'll be like doubting herself. So that's why I love the combination, and, to help both. So women can really, it doesn't have to be 100%, from not showing to suddenly, doing podcasts like you do, being on YouTube. It's got to be the right step for them. And I think that's the key thing. Is not promising that they're going to be on TV tomorrow, because that's maybe a bit unrealistic, but it's this nice transition to help them grow their business, so they can attract clients. Because I had one client a few weeks ago, she said to me, I think I'm repelling my clients. So she's great at what she's doing, but because of her image and the way she's crumbling inside, her lack of confidence, she seems to think that she's repelling clients. That's quite strong word, but
Yeah,
maybe it
strong
is,
belief, strong
people
belief to
notice.
have.
Yeah.
And I think, even if people don't work for themselves, just I know that motherhood had me kind of, after I had my daughter, I struggled with kind of my sense of style then, my sense of identity. Who was I? Yeah. Interestingly, I just had a little bit of a flashback here, thinking about working with stylists. And many years ago, I was actually on a documentary for the BBC. And they got a stylist in who basically tore my wardrobe apart, and it was horrific. It was really horrific. And she helped me pick some new clothes to grow up, because it was a documentary about well, it was called The Bank of Mum and Dad. If anyone's listening to this podcast, they might know that show from back.
Yeah, I think I've seen that show once or something.
It was a long time ago.
To Google it now.
So yeah, she was basically slating my wardrobe and helping me buy more signature pieces that were a bit more classy. And then I also used just these online style things like Lookiero, where you can do that there, and I found that so helpful. I think there's something really beneficial about somebody else supporting you with picking items that might suit you. I've had lots of gifts from people in the past, because I'm trying not to like reduce my consumption, I guess. So sometimes if I'll say to friends, like, if anyone's getting rid of things, let me see it first, like before you give it to charity. And I love that, because then you wear things and I'm like, oh my gosh, I would never have thought of wearing that. And I love it.
Yeah, that's true. It's trying to get out of your comfort zone, isn't it? But when the experience you had with that stylist sounds quite, I don't know what the word is, quite brutal in some ways, like she's everything apart. I mean, did she actually explain to you why she's done that? Like, meaning for your body shape, how to flatter your body shape to recreate this kind of the hourglass figure. And that's what the ideal body shape is, the hourglass, because it's very balanced. And that's what, the goal is to reproduce. But it's, it sounds quite, I mean, I never do that. When I go to somebody's house to do wardrobe detox, first of all, I ask them lots of questions before. I want to understand their personality and their lifestyle. And I think exactly what you said about when I had my daughter, that's when my full wardrobe crumbled, because I was dressing up to either do my job as, corporate. I was an account manager. So I used to go to banks and in the city a lot and stuff like that. So I was dressing in suits, and then suddenly I had that baby. And I didn't really know what to wear then. And then I was like, and I always used to enjoy shopping and fashion. I always had this fascination about, the models, because we grew up with the models in my era, like 90s models was like, oh my goodness. So it was like, admiring them and have this fascination for colors and fabrics and stuff. And then suddenly I was like, well, I don't know what to wear. And I just felt like crap, really, if I'm honest. And not that my body shape had changed. It's very bizarre, because I was similar, because I was breastfeeding. So I was losing all the calories that, plus lack of sleep. But yeah, I don't know. And then that's when I got a stylist. So it took me a few months to decide to know what to do. And it was really expensive, because I looked towards London. I didn't really see anything in Swindon where I lived. In fact, the girl that came was from Reading. And then she did my colors and then styling. And it really transformed everything. It made me understand why black didn't suit me, create those dark circles even more, and all sorts of things, and how to dress for my body shape. And it really transformed everything for me. Like when they say feel good, look good, feel good, it did that effect to the point where I trained.
So let's chat about the color side of things, because that was the thing. And it's so funny, because since I think I mentioned to you on our Zoom call, I'm like, I can tell now when people have had their colors done. And there's a lady who lives locally to me, but she's part of the same FEA, the groups that we were part of as well. Okay. And I saw her in one of the Zoom calls, and I could see her, and I thought, she's had her colors done. And I emailed her. She'd just done a photo shoot with her mum. And I messaged her and I was like, just checking, have you guys had your colors done? Because your photos and you look incredible. And she was like, yeah, we had them done about 7 years ago and have never looked back. So for anyone listening, can you explain a bit about what your colors are? And
so the way I'm doing it is not using the seasonal system, because you might have heard of, winter and stuff like that. So for when I trained at First Impressions, we were told that system is 25% accurate. And when I first started, I had quite a few ladies that came that had their colors done years ago, because they were in their 40s then. And they said, oh, it was a seasonal system. And I didn't understand. So they showed me their swatch, and I'm like, I don't understand why those colors never suited me and stuff. And then when we did the bi-directional system, which is something that I'm explaining in your masterclass, actually, you will learn how to do cool or warm color, if you're cool or warm color. So that's in itself, going to help you with silver, gold, jewelry, stuff like that. So anyway, so the bi-directional system is kind of an elimination process between, whether you suit more deep colors like that green you've got on, or light color. Let's think of light lilac you sometimes see at weddings, or if you suit more warm or cool colors. So warm, would have obviously some yellow in it, and cool colors, if you remember your art class, more blue, and then the bright or muted colors as well. So then we go through, we call them characteristic, and then we kind of do an elimination process, by showing the drapes around you, and you're gonna see all the tricks and stuff that we do during the masterclass. So amazing. I'm not gonna divulge everything. They'll have to watch it. So that's that. But I mean, colors is so important. Basically, colors are only important to make you look younger, radiant, skin more glowing and whatnot, and disguise those dark circles. You probably need Botox, Claire. But anyway, I'm not doing that. But so I use colors. But if I wear like a very, not my color, I don't have my drapes here, but like if I wear black, you see it straight away. You'll see, if you were close to me in the same room, you'll see like lines here, lines more here, and then my circle appearing even more. So you definitely notice, and you see it on TV. You see it, like you said, with that girl that was on the same Zoom call as us, that she had done her colors. And I think it's the one of the quickest thing to have compliments is to do your colors.
I've bought so many clothes recently that I just should really get the colors done, and I know we've spoke about me doing this with you. So I will get it done at some point. But because I've bought clothes recently, and then I actually just put them to the charity shop, because like I bought them and then wore them maybe twice. I just thought, you know what, that really doesn't suit you. And it's the color. And then obviously you said about whenever I wear green, people are always say, oh, I love your jumper.
Because you've got green eyes, right?
Brown eyes, but maybe there's a bit of green through there.
So that's why. I mean, so many people that I met that had blue eyes or green eyes, and they never wear blue or green. And I'm like, but it's making your eyes popped, the color of your eyes. And they're like, oh yeah, I never noticed. It's like, what seems obvious to me, obviously doesn't. It's because I've learned it, until you know it, you don't know, and that's it. And it's the same with the body shape, how to rebalance, how to look slimmer, taller. For me, I always want to look taller because I'm short. So there's lots of tricks that you can use to make yourself taller.
I was going to say that, because I know so many women, myself included, and especially after I had my daughter, you want to kind of hide your body. You don't want to show it off. And interestingly, I bought a top from Vinted. Yes, I bought a top from Vinted, and it came and it looked, I'm a size 14, and it looked about a size 8. I held it up and my daughter was laughing her head off. But my husband's like, well, it's kind of stretchy, like you should probably try it on. And I put this top on, and it's quite low at the front, and it was really fitted. And when I put it on, I was like, wow, that is actually stunning, because it showed off like the body shape, as opposed to just like hiding everything. It felt like you mentioned balance earlier. It felt quite balanced, and I was like, oh wow, that's like, would not have thought that. So yeah, have you got any tips for women who like to kind of hide, either by wearing black all the time or just hiding their bodies?
So wearing black is something that I see a lot when you go to people's wardrobes, because they think it's make them slimmer. It can and it cannot, but the thing is, if it doesn't suit you, you know, you can choose so many other ways, or so many other neutrals that will be more flattering for you. So yeah, there's always tricks. I'm never asking anyone to pin all their wardrobe because they cannot suit black. You know, there's ways you can do it, like scarves, you know, jewelry that brings some colors maybe there. You know, there's all sorts of ways. But also, it's a common thing to do is, you know, hide behind clothes. So you've got people that are really making themselves bigger because they choose, you know, tent-like stuff or very baggy, or to the opposite, very, very tight, and it shows every bits and bobs. So depending on the fabric, you want to choose something that's probably quite fluid towards you and elongate your legs. If you need, you know, if you want to look slimmer and taller, elongate your legs by putting your t-shirts or your jumper, you know, tuck it in your trousers, so you create more legs, you know, to look more leggy. I don't know if that's a word, but to look more, you know, we want the eyes to travel or vertically, so you look taller. So that's an effect that you can do with colors, or you can do it with, you know, the vertical lines, or, you know, if you wear a scarf and it creates that kind of elongating things, that's going to elevate you. You know, V-neck, V-shape kind of neckline is very flattering for most women. Most women would. You know, if you, like last week I had someone that was saying that she's got a short neck, so V-neck is going to be like showing more skin, and she was like, you know, I said to her during the consultation, try a V-neck, and straight away she was like, oh yeah, I see what you mean now. So avoid, you know, polo neck and all this kind of stuff. There's so many tricks that you can learn that kind of, you know, from a basic outfit will make you look like, oh yeah, it looks like you've made an effort. And lipstick as well. On grey days, it's raining now. Always wear a little, you know, lipstick or something. It always seems to be like you've made an effort. It lifts you. Lifts your mood. Colors does that to you. But yeah.
Amazing. I love that. And I love what you said about the V-neck. That's really interesting, and how that's quite flattering on most people, because when I used the Lucchiero stylist, one of the things they sent through was like this navy V-neck. It was a beautiful material, but just like a very casual kind of t-shirt, but stunning material. And I remember thinking, oh, I don't know about a V-neck, and I put it on and I loved it. I was like, wow, that's so lovely. So yeah,
V-neck, I love V-necks.
And then the tucking in of the top into your jeans or your trousers or whatever, I think that that's really great. I don't know if you've ever watched, what's it called, Sweet Magnolias on Netflix.
No, I haven't. I've heard of it. I must have seen it, but I've not.
There's a show on Netflix, and one of the ladies there, like my daughter and I commented, she always tucks in the front of her top into her jeans and wears it like that, and it looks really nice. And so now I'm like, oh, she is quite short, so I'm like, wonder if she's elongating her body now.
Probably.
But
also it's kind of it's been quite trendy for many years to do it with t-shirts, and then more and more people started to do it with jumpers, because it was fashionable to have quite loose jumpers, and it's like, you know, on a small body frame, even if you're like, for example, 5'3" but size 16, so, you know, you're still going to look really much wider if you don't tuck it a bit of it in. So it's got very popular, I think. It's quite trendy, and it can just change an outfit a little bit, you know. It can make it a bit more, I don't know, exciting, I suppose. But I'm not a fashion addict. I'm not a stylist that's promoting fashion, like, you know. I want people to have a wardrobe that suits their lifestyle. So whether they're working from home and they don't have enough things that are smart casual, especially at the top, because we're online all the time talking to people, so at least the top bit needs to be great. You know, you can still be in jeans under, but at least the top, it'd be nice to have something a bit more elevated, or, you know, that reflects your lifestyle and your colors, and then your personality as well, you know, because nobody wants to appear boring online, because probably the first thing we do is, oh, do I look fine, you know, am I looking like this and that? So especially women, you see them online when they're on Zoom, you know, on the Zoom call that we you know, participate, you can see everybody like checking themselves out. It's quite funny.
Making sure you look okay, that exactly. Awesome, thank you, that's awesome tips for us to kind of work with. And you touched on it, you are going to be delivering a masterclass for my Be Free community, which I am really excited about, and I know that you've packed quite a lot in there. Do you want to explain a little bit just about what people might expect from that?
Yeah, so I'm touching on because obviously you wanted your ladies in your group to boost their confidence. So I start mentioning about the importance of first impressions, whether they're in jobs or whether they are like us working, you know, from home or for ourselves. You know, I want to show them the importance of first impression, because it's mind-blowing when you look into it. And then the importance of colors, like I said, I'm actually passionate about colors, but I love talking also about the color psychology, you know, to help with branding, to help with brand photo shoots, to help you with your moods even. You know, it can really boost yourself and make you feel more powerful. Certain colors definitely are having that effect. You can look more authoritative, more approachable. So the importance of color is really crucial in my book. And then we are going to do a mini color analysis. So it's going to be about, like I said earlier, finding whether you suit more cool or warm colors. And then the last video will be about, you know, ways of boosting your confidence, you know, with limiting beliefs, work, and stuff like that. So yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait, and I'm really excited because the things that I'm preparing for that month is all going to be based around colors as well. So the meditation will be color based, and the classes I'll be teaching, the meditation and mindfulness classes, will be about colors, chakras, connecting in how we can change our mood with color as well. So I think it's going to be a really interesting and like fun way to boost your confidence, to feel more balanced, to connect with yourself more.
Especially in September, you said it's coming out, isn't it? And
August.
Beginning of August, or
let me figure this out. August, the beginning of August.
Okay, so nice bright summary.
Definitely. So if anybody wants to come join us, I'll pop the links here for you to come and access that. Obviously the Be Free community is all around supporting our mental health, our emotional health, our physical health, just really helping us live a life that feels quite aligned. And I just wondered, what kind of things do you love, Claire, to support you?
Well, I do love walking, and I do love, well, not today, but when the weather is fine, you know, that's not cold, I love doing after work, roughly around 5:30. I love doing a yoga outside my garden. I just love being in the fresh air and, you know, listening to the birds and just watch the sky and clouds and stuff. And it's just something that I really enjoy doing. In terms of being free, you said. Well, I love the fact that, sorry.
So like how you support yourself, and absolutely, like feeling free as well.
Well, my I think maybe I've mentioned it, my sister is a Reiki master, so she's often practicing, you know, Reiki on me, and I love the fact that it's like my me time, you know, she's doing her things and I'm just able to relax. She makes me cry every time. I don't know how she does it, but I know. Energy walk, you know, sometimes it's like tears of joy, sometimes something that comes up. Because my big chakra is heart, so you know, like I cry on TV about anything. I'm
I think we're probably anyway similar there. She says wearing green and pink, and I'm
very sensitive, and I love the fact that now that I'm working for myself, I can do a meditation when I want. I think that's real pleasure to me, that I can just, think, well, I've done this, I've done that, and now I feel like I need a bit of 10-15 minutes for myself, just put some kind of music, nice music, and then just chill.
Yeah.
Or, do those kind of things that, making me happy. I often say that to people, like clients and whatnot and friends. Don't wait for, for this dream lifestyle to turn up. Just start slowly by what's giving you pleasure every day, and grateful. I start my day in bed, by what am I grateful for today? And then I also add on to the things that I want, that I would love to achieve or whatever. So I do that in my gratitude. It doesn't take me long, but I love doing that for the day.
Yeah.
Just feel like, giving thank you for still being alive.
Yeah.
For
and I think it is so important, as you mentioned there, and this is something that actually came up for me as I was journaling this morning, to make sure that you, as you said, like, are doing things every day that you love, that you are doing that. So the past 2 days have just been really intense with our dog being ill, and my daughter was off school ill, and like in trying to juggle work with vets trips and all of these different things. And I hadn't done the things that bring me joy, like, or the things that I did still do some of them, but they felt I had to do them really quickly and cram things in. And I thought, that's not really what it's about. It's about really enjoying and being mindful and embracing the things that you love. So as we mentioned, I think before we recorded, after this, I'm going to go on the sofa with my blanket and work from there and just get super comfy and bring the pleasure to it. And I love what you said about the Reiki there as well, because as part of our Be Free community, they get distance Reiki every month as well. And I did the healing last night, and so much emotion came up. It was about, this month's theme is about feeling enough, like I am enough. And there was a lot of emotion came up for the ladies as I worked to kind of shift some of that to support them. So love all these.
It's a constant work, actually. That, isn't it? Feeling enough. Because I had that, well, like I mentioned to you, this group program that I'm doing over a month ago or something. I was on this group coaching with our business coach, and there was only 3 of us on the call, and I was like, I've got this really strong intuition about doing this, this program and stuff. And they were like, you're so ready, Claire, do it, and I was really doubting myself because of, like I mentioned, the technical side of things. All sorts of things, I know I can do it, and I'm going to do it now.
I know. Tell everybody.
But it was all little blocks. It was all those little blocks of, is it going to be good enough? Is it all those things? It's coming up, isn't it? Every so often, and sometimes
I think every time you do something a bit new, isn't it? Every time you try to do something new, it's like that little voice creeps in. Just to challenge us. But so you have this group program coming up. Can you tell us about your group program, because it sounds incredible? So anybody listening, I will pop the links to Claire's program and to connect with Claire below, and members as well. You will have links within the membership space to connect as well. So tell us about your group program.
So it's obviously combining the confidence, and it's called Confident and Stylish Online. So the goal is July to beta test, and July and August, because obviously the goal is to have as many people joining and enjoying the program as a group. So we're gonna start with style. So it's 4 weeks of live coaching online during July, and then obviously there's going to be Q&A, and then there's going to be an exclusive face group, so women can just like show, they don't feel comfortable showing their face, they can just show their outfit, what do you think? And obviously I will be able to support them, and then they'll be able to have maybe accountable partners. I want them to really get their confidence boosted by everything from the outside, but also from themselves, from learning, giving themselves the tools to know, what's their style, what is going to be good for the color. because what I'm going to do the week 4, last week of that styling thing, is actually all about colors. And I'm going to do basically what I've done in that online color course as a week 4. So they'll know, they'll be equipped. So they can, because obviously my ideal client is a female entrepreneur or somebody that aspires to become an entrepreneur. So all those ladies that maybe don't know, for their brand photo shoot, which color is going to suit them, or what's going to be flattering, or even for their branding, like for their logo, for example, their Instagram looks, websites, so all the colors, psychology, we learn about that. So it's going to be quite full on last week. And so as it goes, the plan is to run it July. And obviously, if there's other women that want to join in August, everything will be recorded so they can watch the videos and ask questions weekly and stuff. And then in September, to launch it officially, with the confidence coaching piece. So they are totally equipped to go online and be visible and create this really nice sense of community, really. That's the goal. And it's only £97 at the moment. So it's really
I know, that's crazy.
And then, because it's going to be 4 weeks of, it's basically doing a style consultation, but the first week will be even deeper than that, because when I'm face to face with someone, I don't go in so many questions about their style. I do, but not as much in depth, because obviously, I know them as women, but I might not know depends if I know them as someone I'm coaching as well, because my coaching often, or unless somebody has had their style consultation done, I remove it from it and swap it with something else. But most of the time it's coaching and styling together, because I think it goes so well together. And so it's going to be both from September, the coaching and the styling. So exciting.
That's such a cool combination. I love that, the confidence of like the mindset stuff along with looking and feeling amazing. Like, how can that not skyrocket your confidence, for sure. So if people want to connect with you, what's the best way for people to find you?
Well, my website is lovetostyle.com, or they can find me on Instagram as well. It's love. What is it called? It's big dash thing. The long thing.
I'll share all the links. I'll share all the links below. And then you can connect with Claire there. And because you've got a good freebie on your website as well, don't you? You've got some...
I've got my confidence checklist, which is brilliant whether you're an entrepreneur or not, to really boost your confidence. And I need to also put a lot of them as well. I've got my body shape quiz on there, so if you don't know your body shape, that's a good one to start with. But I've got so many, over the years I used to blog and stuff for other people and for myself, and I've got so many other freebies that are so useful, but I need to find the time to put them in my website, really. So hopefully by the time you see this, it might be on.
No pressure.
If not, ask. Because I do have like style, the style is on there as a pop-up, but style, guide and all sorts of things.
There's some great things there. Amazing. So thank you for that today. I'm sure, I guarantee everyone will be leaving with some nugget to think, oh my gosh, yes, like I can try that, or that needs to get out of my wardrobe, or check in with that there. So is there anything else you want to add just before we jump off today?
No, not really. I'm not sure. I mean, they can always ask me questions, you can pass me the questions, if you don't know, or if people are from your membership, obviously, and I don't see their comments. I'm always happy to help. So
amazing. Oh, thank you so much. And I will been checking out your Instagram, and everybody can go give Claire a follow and connect with her, and get going on that course and all the things. So thank you so much for today, and I look forward to diving into your masterclass.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for having me. Bye, everyone.
Bye.